And this is Octavius Miller, CEO, Westcoast Hip Hop Awards. I only touch greatness. You know how we do it. One love.
Please believe, money back guarantee. LiquidAnthrax.com with 3 X's. XXX, bitch. Ain't that a bitch? Trademark, bitch.
Check it out. This freestyle, I want to say what's up to everybody in Canada. How y'all doing?
Hey, you know how we do it. Canada, what's up in the house? Big ups to Canada, you know. Out in the U.S., cocaine. There's only one cocaine in this game. The Hookmaster.
The legend.
The legend continues. Stay on.
What's up, man? This boss lady, Fetty Chico, just Lilty, like doing it real big, though, man. At the Hip Hop Awards, it's cheesy, it's just my own right here. Represent, man, old school shit, you know what I'm saying?
Spice One, the legend.
Just real gangster shit, man, you know what I'm saying?
Canada.
Call it what you want to, man. We just entertain you, dig? West Coast.
Canada.
Yo, man, y'all know what it is. Seaboat, man, Big Seaboat. I'm coming to Canada, man. You know what I mean?
Westcoast Awards show,
Open it up, man. You know what I mean? Y'all know what the business is. Ain't never going nowhere, man.
Canada.
Dub CM, niggas that run the streets, man. Never ran in it, nigga. I just run it. You understand?
Seaboat, the legend.
Yeah,
All right.
for real.
Let's go, man. Hey, no matter, get your money right now.
Flawless Mac and Greto, San Francisco to Vancouver, they know. Listen, Greto, go hard till the end from the start. Niggas act hard and I'm quick to pull your card. It's easy, not hard, I see fakes from afar. Acting like G's, but snakes what they are. Burning on green, no sticks, no stems. Take a couple puffs, pass it down to San Gwen. Exactly who you wish that you were them. Got them haters asking who, what, where, when. Who, it's concrete, what? It's a damn thing. When? It's right now. Where? Then the San Fran. Yeah. Me and my fam fucking up your plans. Burning on an eighth of weed like it's a gram. It ain't ever personal, I hope you understand. I trust no one till the money's in my hand. You see it ain't easy, just do what I can. A dude that's always going hard, that's what I am. Yes, we go hard, can't go wrong. Move slow, wide slow.
What's going on? What's going on? Canada, West Coast. It's Octavius Miller, the CEO of the Westcoast Hip Hop Awards. You know what I'm saying? We trying to put it down, you know what I'm saying? They try to push us out of the building in San Francisco, but we made our own awards. Fuck it. We can't stop the West Coast. That's how we get down, you know what I'm saying? We give us lemons, we make lemonade. We not gonna stop, and no building is gonna be define the West Coast Hip Hop Awards. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the People's Awards. These are the real, true pioneers of rap and legends that we are, you know, that we're dedicating this awards to. Eazy-E, Mac Dre, Seagram, Cool Nut, all the ones that's gone, Mr. C, you know what I'm saying? Plan B, all the legends of the game, those are the ones that this is dedicated to. You know what I'm saying? We want to send a big shout out to Nate Dogg, you know, hope you're getting better, hope you're feeling better. You know what I'm saying? We want to send a shout out to everybody that's incarcerated, that's locked up, that's been accused and locked up for drug crimes and stuff that they didn't commit. You know what I'm saying? This awards is for the people, and that's why we do the West Coast Hip Hop Awards, and we hope y'all support it every year. You know what I'm saying? Next year it might be in Vegas, might be in LA, might be back in Seattle, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep it moving. Nobody or no one is going to stop this movement. This is all it is. We're a family. This is a family reunion. So if everybody's here that supports us, that's what it is. That's how we're going to get it in. I'd like to thank y'all for supporting us, and we'll see y'all next year.
Thank you. Hey, we're rocking.
Yo, what's going on with you, man? It's Mr. Fab. We rocking at the West Coast Awards. Van City, man. I got a lot of love for y'all up there, man. One love. Shout out to all my homies that show me much love and support up there, man. All up in the whole West Coast, the BC, man. You know what I'm saying? Got love for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. One love, baby.
Coming through, you always gonna say what's up. It's Mr. Fab, you hold it down like that, man. All right. What's up, baby? How you doing? Looking good. You looking good, man.
See the drink?
Hey, we probably gonna be in BC, Canada, probably about 60 more days.
here too.
Yep, we are. We call.
In the West, man. You know what I'm saying? That's representing this motherfucking West Side, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck the East Coast. I hate to say it, but they ain't representing us. When you go to the East Coast, you don't hear none of our shit. But when you come out here, what's yours?
Oh, yo.
You sending me the same thing.
Hello, everybody in Canada. It's your boy B-Style once again. You know what I'm saying? It's 2010, you know what I'm saying? We in it to win it. It's from the beginning, not the ending, motherfucker. So realize that. Shouts out to motherfucking Hayes NT. They finna run Vancouver. If you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Me and the homeboys gonna come through there and shut your shit down. Oh, man, we at San Leandro Marina. We out here in the park. We taking it back like it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? How it all started in the park and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, there we go.
Okay, hold it.
There we go.
Hold it. Hey, film us, filming you. Film us, filming you, filming me. Hey, fuck that, man. Hold it. My hat ain't on right.
Hayes Entertainment TV. You see the award.
2 years in a row, Van City.
B-Style's here. He wins. Oregon Artist of the Year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
About to hit the after party. It's getting dark.
Going to the club. Get fucked up, man. He lying to you. We been get fucked up.
You know how I drink, Van City. You know how I drink.
What's up, Van City? Hey, man, I hope y'all know I'm moving up there, man. Straight up. I'm gonna have 2 houses and 6 baby mamas. By the time I'm done, I'm repopulating.
Perfect. Hayes Entertainment TV, Westcoast Hip Hop Awards.
Straight up. Winners.
What you know about that?
Winners. You're losing. You're losing.
I'm in Oakland right now. Not even San Francisco. We're doing it though. The party's in San Francisco tonight.
It's got to be original, man.
Yep. Hayes Entertainment TV, Westcoast Hip Hop Awards. I win again, 3 years in a row. And every year I'm here with my man B-Styles.
Man, y'all already know what's good, man. Vancouver, I'm coming to see y'all. Shouts to Concreto, shouts to Lil DG, shouts to Flawless Mac. Y'all already know. Notorious S&P, I already see you, baby. Where y'all at, man?
Steve B.
Where y'all at, man?
West Coast Hip Hop Awards 2011. You should have been here.
Me and my goons go harder than all y'all.
Man, I'm here at the West Coast Hip Hop Awards 2011, and you know.
What is it? Y'all know who I is? Y'all get a good look at me. Boss of the Bay Area, bitch. I'm out here in Portland, Oregon right now. Shout out to Hayes Entertainment, you know what I mean? This is my family down in Canada. I know y'all fucks with this Mac movement down here.
We're in Canada over here. Where you from, bro? Canada? Yeah. We gonna be out there too. We gonna fuck with it.
For the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff, head over to the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hayes sent you.
Turn it up. The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
If anyone knows a good prospect, it's Vancouver's Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
How y'all doing? How you doing, B?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, bro. Man, you know, rest in peace to your sis, man. That hurt me, bro.
Man, you have no idea. You have no idea.
Me, bro. Yeah, you know, it's good to see you, man. Good spirits and smiling and all that good stuff,
oh,
man.
You know, I'm always gonna smile. Shit, I smile when I fight. So,
right.
Yeah, dude. Right. He ain't lying about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's my thing is like I've been trying to do the award show for a couple years. The pandemic been keeping me from it. Now everybody want me to do it this year, but man, another pandemic is coming, and Omicron, and all these different things, man. It's, you know, so I don't know. Every state got different mandates and this and that. So I don't know where I'm going to do it. I wanted to do it in LA, but they gang banging down there on each other so bad. I don't even want to do it in Los Angeles.
Wow.
You know, they got a war going on. It's getting that bad right now in LA? Oh, man, they got a war. They got a war going on down there, man. So
really? They just like Memphis? Hey, oh, shit. Hawk, I think one of your buddies is joining.
Yeah, it's all bad down there right now, man. So
damn.
You know,
let's do the awards in Mexico.
Man, I wish
all inclusive.
Exactly. I wish, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I've been trying to get B out to Mexico for a while here.
I know. I might do Seattle again. I don't know. It's just Seattle is easier to do, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. You're okay. Is your buddy coming in here? I also invited DJ Audio.
I don't know how to. Do I let him in or you let him in?
I got him.
He's in.
What's up?
What's up?
That's big. Oh, that's Big Toe. That's Tobin Costen right there, bro. Y'all know about Big Toe.
What's going down, Octavius?
Man, Big Toe, the one that put out Master P, bro, and helped them get that No Limit launch, bro. Y'all don't understand.
Really?
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh
That's
shit! What is up? Legendary. That's legendary shit.
Only greatness in here, bro.
Oh, man.
Right.
Hey, it's called.
Never know who's gonna show up and only touch greatness. This is the shit right here.
Exactly.
Hey, don't forget, Lil Troy want to be a baller, baby. That too.
Oh, one of my favorites.
yeah.
Want to be? Oh my!
If you gonna say it, might as well give me credit for it. Come on now.
Exactly.
I heard that.
Exactly. Yeah, man. I've been knowing Big Toe. Big Toe was one of the first label guys, man, that gave me a check, man, to market and promote back in the day. So I did all the early No Limit stuff, man, and plastered that stuff and took that stuff up and down the West Coast, man. And they checks always clear, brother. They checks always clear.
Sometimes you gotta hold it an extra day or two, Octavius, but they came through. I'll be like, man, can you hold this till Friday?
But yeah, man, those were the good old days, man. When you actually had to earn your way into the business. You know, you just couldn't come in and be a one-hit wonder, man. Something happened that way, but the majority of the time you had to work your butt off, man, to get to that level.
That's real talk.
So for anybody out there, man, that's listening, man, you got to earn your way. You can't do it all on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good tool. But you gotta build a foundation from the ground up, not the roof down. So
absolutely.
Pound that pavement, do them stickers, shake some hands, sign some autographs, take pictures, and have fun with it, man, and just love. But what's going on now in the music industry? It's just crazy. All these rappers are dying, man, and rest in peace to all the ones that's passed away, man. Over the last few years, it's been crazy this last year, man.
And it's just rappers with illness and all that, because we just lost Jesse D from Force MDs.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that. We just lost track. We just lost Tracks a Million.
Tracks a Million too.
That one hurts.
And Goldie.
The Mac, brother. The Mac. I'm from Oakland, so I know all about that.
Right.
And matter of fact, me and my buddy D. Arthur, we just wrote the Mac 2 here about 4 months ago, and we released the book. We released the book and everything, man. So, but we didn't know he was gonna pass. That wasn't even, because somebody died, but we had already wrote the book. So, anybody that want that saga of the movie, man, well, that book is out, man. And
at some point we gotta turn this into an interview, don't we? Or are we doing a group chat?
No, this is the interview right now. We just got here.
This is old friends, bro. Hold
on. Because this is something that I always thought. This is what I always say. And it's something that, like, about the West Coast Hip Hop Awards. For me, like, my first year, I didn't know nobody. But my second year, it was like a family reunion.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say. Every time I do something, it's like a family reunion. Everybody know everybody. There's some food. Right. There's bad women. Only thing we was missing was the dominoes, but
Right. But years ago, I wanted to start a professional dominoes and how they have the celebrity poker. I wanted to do celebrity dominoes, and then Jay King went on and did it. He did his thing down in there, but he was in LA. I'm in Portland, so it's just a different scenario there. So, but anyway, man, I actually wanted to do that, so. Dominoes is a good sport. It's a good sport. I haven't lost a game since 85, I think, something like that.
I have lost. Freeway Rick Ross's mom, bro. She was slamming them on me when we was in LA.
You just
and I'm talking. I wasn't taking it easy either. Like I'm playing to win.
Hey, bro, I don't take it easy on nobody. And dominoes, you just got to know how to count them bones. As long as you know how to count, and you gonna win that game if you count. It's mathematics. It's mathematics to that game. That's it. That's all.
And that's one thing for sure at these hip hop awards is that we always meet people. Like I didn't know anybody. I came down there based on just meeting Ock online, and I came down there to come risk it all. First one was in Portland, and then obviously the Oakland one, and then back in Portland again, I believe. And then, but look what it brought me. It brought me B Styles, who me and B Styles are like fucking tight. We've been doing songs for 10 years.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like, man.
And then of course it brought
the
in
ones up in the Northwest. Ones in the Northwest were really cool. Yeah. But the best ones were in LA. You didn't make either one of those. Those were all sold out, packed out, big stars. Everybody came, supported. But my favorite one was in Oakland in 17 because I actually had MC Hammer and all these Ant Banks and Pooh Man, and it was just so many stars there, man, from the Bay. And it was just a beautiful night, man. It was a family reunion too, because that's my home too. It's like going home to Kansas City to be, but going home to Oakland, it was all love, man. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody still represented my brother Sieg, and I just missed all that, man. It was a beautiful thing, man.
You see, DJ Audio's here now.
What up, brother?
What's up? What's up?
Family reunion. We was just talking about it. Family reunion.
Yeah.
Yo,
what's up? What's up?
Somebody was calling me, so I couldn't say nothing. Somebody call you in, you get muted out quick.
So, Ock, how did you? Who really influenced you as in your younger days to get into music?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, my parents did. We had music playing all around the house all the time. And my father managed bands back in the day in the 60s and 70s and all that stuff in Flint, Michigan. That's where I actually was born and raised up to like 12 years old. Then we moved to Oakland. Wow. But the music thing was just always around us. I used to sell tapes with Too Short on the back of the bus, man, and from Oakland to San Francisco, the end bus. We used to have backpacks full of tapes, and we would just go from city to city slanging tapes. And we was getting $5 a cassette back in '83. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. That's Short Dog. With Short Dog too? Ooh, man. Just imagine that.
Bro. Short was the man. Short never really had to sign to a label, man. He made so much money on those streets, man, slanging those cassettes, man. And people don't understand. He used to put out game tapes, right? He did 300 game tapes before he even signed to 75 Girls. This was way before that. So he was already doing cool. He didn't have any, man. He never had to sign no deal. Short was making money, man. And so we was always into the music. Like at lunchtime, these cats, Short would rap at lunchtime. Like I went to Fremont High after I left Castlemont. I went to Fremont High. So I went to Castlemont with the Tonys, Tony. Then I went
Raphael Sadiq. I was about to say that. How was it? You got any stories with Raphael Sadiq in school?
I'm gonna put it to you like this: Raphael was the coolest dude ever, and he was like Prince, bro. And he could play any instrument.
Yeah, he could play any instrument.
Man, he could play anything, man.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker.
His idol growing up was Bootsy Collins.
Yep.
See, a lot of people don't know, but man, Ray can play. We know him as Ray Wiggins. Everybody else, they know him as but we know him as Ray Wiggins. But he could play any instrument, bro. Their whole family was just dope. He can play everything, bro. He's still dope to this day to me. One of the best artists out, around.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's my favorite. R.I.P. My Bob and my aunt too. R.I.P. to them because that was one of their favorites. Raphael Sadiq, Tony.
He used to win. He used to win the talent shows at our school. I'm talking about junior high. He was winning those every year, bro. Nobody compete against him, man. And but yeah, Raphael's a good dude too, man. Real good guy, bro. Real professional, real honest cat, man. And when he see you, just give you love. That's just how he is.
So, Ock, if you were to having a dream dinner party and you could sit down with 3 famous people, dead or alive, who would you want to choose?
Well, most of the people that I knew and loved, they gone now. And Miles Davis, Bob Marley, Seagram, Tupac, Eazy-E, Biggie, even Biggie. Biggie was East Coast, but he was still cool. I met him in New York, a couple times. But everybody. But everybody that I kick it with now is who I kick it with. Like if I'm in the Bay, I'm gonna go see Tobin. If I'm in Houston, I'm gonna go see Cassie. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in Canada, I'm coming to see you, bro.
Hey, that's for sure. I like that.
Everybody that I deal with is people that I love and care for. You know what I mean? That love and care for me. So, and that's why people say it's like a family reunion every year, because it really is. That's what we became. It's the West Coast Hip Hop Awards family. So that's all it is, man. The music business is different now than it was back then. And like I said, you really had to earn your wings. You really had to, really get out there and put in some major work to make it, or you had to have some major advertising dollars and a real big budget to do things. I mean, even just to record would cost you thousands of dollars. It wasn't like it is now where you can go in your bedroom and record. It wasn't like that back then. You actually had to go to a real recording studio to record. You had to spend some money. Somebody had to put some money up for you to get out there and do that. Now they doing it in their bedroom, in their closet, in their garage, and that's cool. But when you got money on the line, it's different when you're in there rapping, because you either gonna pay your rent or you're gonna pay the studio time, and or you're gonna feed yourself, or you was gonna go hungry, but you still got that verse done. So the pain, the suffering, the soul of the music is gone for me. I'm not saying kids like what they like. You know what I'm saying? We had our music, they got their music, but I just say something's missing from today's music than it was yesterday.
And if you guys see me fucking with the screen over here, it's because I accidentally double clicked some button, and all of a sudden my speaker view went to gallery view, then back to speaker view. And I've never clicked that button. I never clicked that button before. So hang on, I'm trying to get her fixed back here.
Get it right, Ryan. Get it right, man.
Right. Hey, Octavius, you went to the University of California, right?
Yeah, I went to Berkeley. Yeah, I went to Berkeley.
What'd you take there?
I took law. I wanted to be a lawyer. I really wanted to be Johnny Cochran. I really wanted to be a lawyer, man, and I took the classes. But even before I went to Berkeley, I went to a business school in high school called Baymart Business School. And they would teach us all the fundamentals of how to run and operate your own company and be a CEO. So I was always interested in business, but I was also interested in the arts, because when we moved to Oakland, that was a black city. It was a real black city. Flint was a black city too, but it wasn't blacker than Oakland. Oakland was like almost like a mecca where you can go there. Everybody you seen was a professional. I mean, and they were black. So that was beautiful to me. From the garbage man to the mayor. You know what I'm saying? You seen all those people in between, and the educators were real heavy on pushing, for you to, excel. You know what I mean? And I only seen that overseas. Like Tobin was overseas in Germany. So he had a different level of education. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to Harvard in high school. You know what I mean? So when you come back here, you think cats is on a whole nother level. You're like, man, I thought I was smart, but this cat right here is like, that's some, that's like comparing a bum to Obama. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna believe this guy, or I'm gonna listen to this guy. But I know that education is cool and it's a beautiful thing, but real life situations teach you more. It stays ingrained in you, because the power of people and the power of persuasion is really beautiful. You can use it in a good way, or you can use it in an evil way. And nowadays more people are using it in an evil way, because they're taught that to be evil is the thing to be. And that ain't the thing to be, man. They read 48 powers of law, and all of a sudden they hate everybody and their mama, they cut your throat for $1. That ain't real life. It's temporary satisfaction. Longevity is being able to raise a family, take care of your kids, take care of your grandkids, and leave them something equitable so they can have something to fall back on and pay for their education so they can move the race further, the human race, man. We got to do beautiful things in this world. We ain't just put here to just take and take and take and take. And sometimes we got to give, and that's what the award show is about for me. For me, that's a way for me to pay back everything that the music game gave me and helped me buy houses and cars and take care of my family and put food on the table, man. That's what it's all about for me. You know, I don't know about other people, but that's what it's all about for me, man. You know,
I seen something the other day where this dude was talking about the music game and the rap game, and he was talking about how a lot of the artists now, they don't talk about how they want to be grandfathers. Like,
right.
They ready to go ahead and get up out of here. Like, which really don't make any sense. I had to check myself. I was like, damn, I do want to be a grandfather. I want to be able to feed my grandbaby some candy and send them home.
Right.
Send them back home.
The thing is when you growing up and you're doing this. Well, let me put it this way: in Oakland, we wasn't expected to live past 26. That was our cutoff date. Was 26 years old, man. You know, the 80s and 90s. That was your cutoff date. You know, if you live past that, you were considered an OG. You know, because most kids they were getting killed at that time, man. And when I moved to Oakland was beautiful. It was like Wakanda to us. But once crack came, man, and the drugs, it just tore Oakland up, man. It was a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful city, beautiful people, man. Everybody was Afrocentric and exotic, and it was just a beautiful place to grow up, man. But then once crack came, man, it turned everybody into enemies to each other.
Right.
You know? And it just got bad. It got horrible. You know.
So what made you want to start the West Coast Hip Hop Awards? Stupid question, but tell us why you started it.
Well, the main reason we wasn't getting any love. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't getting no love at all, man. We would like the Source Awards, or sometimes they'll let us get in. But all the big awards, they would never let West Coast rappers get in. Even though we were selling as many records as the East Coast were, we wasn't getting
as many. You talk about more records.
Yeah.
Nobody if you look at the amount of records sold on the West Coast and down south compared to East Coast rappers, especially from an independent standpoint, it wasn't even close. So I would sit in record company. I'll never forget one time I was actually back east at Big Beat, and they were talking about this artist, and I'm not going to name the artist, but I'm like, well, I got 3 albums on Billboard, and you put all your money into this artist, and I'm 3 slots ahead of my worst record sold is 3 slots ahead of your best guy, and you got a whole row of people that are promoting this artist. So when we talk about it, and I got nothing, my mother's from New York and my family's from New York, but the way that those guys did things was a little bit different, and they had more money behind them in the East Coast to promote them. But as far as record sales, West Coast was just killing it. And to your point, Octavius, nobody wanted to give us the love for all these independent artists that were selling a lot of records and on Billboard charts and really pushing and driving the record sales and trending high, but nobody was really giving the love.
And Toby, how did you get it?
You know why? I'll tell you why. The real reason was because the West Coast artists were independent and they had independent labels, and they were making more money than the regular label, the regular system. Like the New York rappers wanted to be on the record label. The cats in LA wanted to be on the record label because they see them. They see the Capitol building. They see all these big corporations of music, and they want to be on them labels. They wanted fathers and mothers to take care of them. But the Bay Area had a different mindset. We were independent and we wanted to keep our money to ourselves and help each other. And that's what we did. That was different between the Bay Area and anywhere else.
Absolutely. And you think about it too, guys, like when you drop an album and back then, and you're talking about getting anywhere between, $6, $8, $9, $10 a unit compared to signed to a record label where you're getting anywhere between 80 cents and $1.20, it just doesn't even make sense. Like I knew gold artists who were asking folks like myself and asking folks like Octavius for money, for help, because they weren't making any money signed to a major label. So like I think about that time at No Limit and negotiating the most profitable deal ever, because Master P was considering signing with Big Beat Atlantic because he was going to sacrifice the Master P name. And I kind of said, no, we're not doing that. And then having the conversations with folks that's saying we're going to own our masters, we're going to sell a lot of records, and we have that belief because I knew what we had, that's a game changer because people didn't quite understand that.
Yeah, you changed the game with that because now that's all everybody talk about now, but that was unheard of back then. That was unprecedented, you know.
That's why people thought I was crazy. They were like, man, you're crazy. Even Master P was like, man, you crazy, man. There's no way. Guys like Kazzy D, all these guys were like, man, you crazy. I said, man, we're already selling so many records. And in fact, the deal that P had in play, that they had on a couple of deals he had on the table, was like he couldn't even rap on his own brother's album. Like he wanted to do something with Silk or C Murder. They wouldn't even allow that without their permission. I was like, man, we're not doing that. So I think the thing is people don't realize that because, you know, as the years pass, everyone thinks like, oh, this was something that was easy and to do. It wasn't. It's hard when you have people like C Murder and King George. Those guys are pissed off at me because they're saying, hey, wait a minute. We can get $750,000. I said, well, there's no use of getting that if you're only going to get 12% or 14%. Now, who cares about that? Because the bottom line is they will keep you enslaved forever. We own our own music. Then we're going to go ahead and control the game, and it's a game changer. And that's the reason why we had the success we did.
So I'm looking right now, and you were an A&R, but basically at No Limit. Correct.
I was the executive vice president, Pastor P's business manager, personal manager, ran the label.
Okay.
So you had all those Sonya Seeds. You was there when the Sonya Seeds and the Dangerous Dame.
West Coast Bad Boys.
Yeah, West Coast Bad Boys with Court Dog, who's going to be another guest soon too. So.
Yep. Actually, I put Court Dog on the Down South Hustlers.
Damn, no shit.
In fact, I distributed Court Dogs when he was with CCG with Cisco. I distributed their first album independently through King George's label, and I did the distribution for it. In fact, Octavius did the promotion for CCG.
Shit.
Yeah, Court Dog. Court is homie. Court cool. Good people.
Yeah,
man.
Court.
I'm gonna have to tell him this too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him this too because you know it's so crazy how life is. Life can give you a lot of things. He used to rap. Him and my cousin S to the B named Steve. They're close friends. Like he carried his mom's casket. He even said it himself. Like they were close, and that's been my cousin for years. He's been with my cousin Sonya for years. So it's just crazy, small world, man.
Well,
I
it
to tell
is.
him too.
Oh, definitely. You know, every once in a while, I do send a message to Court Dog or something like that. But yeah. Court Dog, he did the Gangster Chronicles, and right after I did the Gangster Chronicles, and then Lil Troy did the Gangster Chronicles after Court. So, you know, we pretty much, everybody goes in the same circle. So my time in No Limit, my time at my own label, Me and Mine Entertainment, putting out King George, putting out Lil Troy's album, The Sitting Fat Down South, we want to be a baller on it independently.
Yes, of course.
Like those, so I mean, just working with all those guys, man, it's always a pleasure, man, working with guys that have work ethic, that want to be great. And that's the key. Right. And that's what people don't understand. Like the most important thing that you can do when you're an artist, it's like you've got to have a work ethic. So you got to have a passion for the business and a passion for success that defines your personality. You need to put yourself in a position to be successful because you build the right relationships, and you got to be relentless at what you do. And if you're not relentless at what you do, it's hard to be succectful.
It's hard.
And so you guys are doing what you're doing because you're relentless. Octavius was just like Octavius. We started with Octavius from the beginning because he was relentless at what he wanted to do and how he wanted to be successful. And he became successful because he would go anywhere at any time to promote a record. And he always would believe in some records that, honestly, at my time in No Limit, we were like, we're not necessarily in love with this one, but Octavius would make it go. And same at Me and Mine Entertainment. Anytime we put out a record, not the best music, he would make it go because we would build a relationship and make sure that people understood what we were trying to do and the message we were trying to say. And, you know, and for me and for P, And for JT the Bigger Figure and E40 and Be Legit, all of us learned the game from the great St. Charles, man. E40's uncle St. Charles taught us all this game about distribution, about putting records out, and about owning our music and owning our masters. And that's something that folks never really understood.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
You're right.
five minutes
Thanks,
before
Carl.
5 minutes before we had you on, we had DC from Tag Team.
From Tag Team.
Okay.
Yeah, Whoop, there it is. Yeah.
And the fact that we had that song, and then you were a part of Wanna Be a Baller. Those are two of the top songs in my top 10. I've kind of like knocked off talking to everybody involved in my top 10
thank you
songs.
Lil Troy and I thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
Hey, you was part of that whole album, was you?
Yep, Sitting Fat Down
Man, so
South,
you had the bitch in my book
Bitch
too.
in my book. Yeah.
Oh, that's
all
my
those
shit.
records.
Oh my God, that whole CD back in that time. That's when I used to steal my brother's fucking crate. I'll be in my brother's crate stealing CDs. I'm like, let me see. Oh shit, Master P. Oh shit, Lil Troy. First thing I did was Wanna Be a Baller, and then I go to Bitch in my book. I was like, yeah, I love this CD.
It was a good record. I mean, we had a lot of hits on that record, and it was one of those things where people don't realize this. So Lil Troy, he was actually thinking about quitting the music business because he was putting artists out. So he was putting out Mass 187. He was doing some little artists, and he was like, man, Tobe, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give up on this thing. I'm done. I go over here and make some money and do something else. And I said to him, well, look, man, you always putting your all into these artists. Why don't we put an album out on you? Why don't we put your album out when we put these records together and we produce this thing ourselves? And that's when we did. So if you think about Troy had moderate success, a few thousand copies here and there. And then when we got together, we did something special. The same with P. Like, a lot of people who know the story, Master P put out 17 projects. Even if you watch the No Limit Chronicles, and he talked about how we weren't a long-term success. But he started off 17 projects that nobody really wanted. Now, we always had the work ethic, but until I kind of came on board and tried to make us organized. And then you talk about someone like EA Ski, who took the production from a low level to the next level. Really, EA Ski and Ken Franklin, K. Lou were the two producers. And then we added Al Eaton that took us to the next level from a production standpoint. Once the production was there, and we made sure the artwork was right, and we started doing music videos, and then we had the t-shirts with the puff on it. And we, as far as the gear goes, we're making sure that we had the top-notch gear that everybody wanted. That's when No Limit started to move. And when we did the West Coast Bad Boys, it was a wrap. It was just a wrap. So we did that Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, and then we hit the West Coast Bad Boys. And people were clamoring, and then we hit them back with 99 Ways, where P is smoking a cigar with the two guns, and then we had a cat that was the 211 song, which was talking about robbery on the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. Somebody went out and started robbing people and said the Master P record is why he did it. It was over. I started marketing that everywhere, man. We was on Fox, we was on so many places. And the rest was history after that. And then even during my time when P and I split, and I started putting out the King George records, and it was billboard after billboard after billboard hit, and being a finalist for Soul Train Award, all of that thing has to do with the relentless work. So many people are worried about the wrong thing. They're like, oh, I'm going to hold on to this song until it's perfect. Man, the music game is about hitting singles. You get your miss. What the whole thing is, and I'm not talking about singles because record labels would come to me and say, hey, well, what's your single? I'm like, well, I'm not here to sell singles. I'm here to sell albums. I'll drop a single and it's 99 cents. I'm only going to make about 43 cents off a single, or I drop an album. I'm going to make $8 to $10 off a unit, depending on if it's a CD or a cassette or vinyl. So what would you rather do? You want to make 43 cents? Or you want to make $8 to $10? You sell 10,000 copies, you're talking about $80,000, $90,000 in billing. You get to 100,000 copies, then you talk about 800,000 or 900,000, and that's the game changer. That's how you generate revenue for yourself. And then what you do beyond that is getting folks like Octavius who understand the marketing and promotions game to get you out into the streets from the West Coast perspective. And we would do shows all over the West Coast. And then there's another guy we know named Al the Bandit.
Al the Bandit.
Al the Bandit would have you, man, you would be rapping in front of 2,000 people in a barn and hey, and it didn't matter because everybody came to see us perform. It was just a really good time. If you were willing to work, we were willing to make it happen.
And you got to remember, this was all before social media. So you had to actually go out there and hang those posters, hand those flyers out, and do the work. It wasn't easy like it is now. I mean, I ain't saying it's easier, but man, they wouldn't understand.
You're right. You're right. It's easier because here's the deal. You said it earlier, Ock. Like, I can just record something in my basement and put it out. And if I want to spend a little bit of money, somebody might pick it up and say, hey, I like it, or create a TikTok dance and they dance to it. Back then, you literally had to have a relationship with a distributor and hoping they would buy your product and bring it in. Man, I spent so much time with Violet Brown and having her bring on our records and really putting us in with that pricing, positioning, and end capping and all that stuff. Because that was the deal. It's like, man, you could spend $10,000, $20,000 in retail marketing to make sure your product was in the store. And then you spend the money on the street promotion and get in the club and have the DJ spin you. And then we go to the strip clubs and have them spin the record. You get the hottest strippers spinning your record when they're dancing. The rest is history. That's how Wanna Be a Baller blew up, because we went to the strip clubs and the strippers were playing it and cats were going in there. We did the Kappa Beach party down in Texas, and everybody was so crazy because it was like spring break and everybody lost their mind because they wanted to be a part of what we were doing. So we're at the strip clubs. We're people in the stores. Like, everybody was listening to the record, and that's how things blow up. When a phenomenon happens, fellas, a phenomenon happens.
And then plus, Tobin had the best graphics in the world, bro. Them CD covers, them Master P covers was so dope, bro. They was like, people bought it just for the covers, man.
Was it Pins and Pixels? The name of it?
Well, it was Pin and Pixels. So first we started out with Underwood Works Funky Fat Graphics. Then we moved on to Pen and Pixel. I'll tell you right now, those folks at Pen and Pixel will tell you, if it wasn't for No Limit, nobody else was really fooling with them like that. A guy named Curtis Nelson, Kazzy D, is the one who turned us on. He kind of sat down and said, hey, man, we saw his graphics. We're like, man, this is fat. And the problem, we love Funky Fat Graphics, but we were trying to drop so many albums. Sometimes they weren't really that fast with getting the artwork done. So we had to go a different direction where somebody was going to churn out this artwork, because we were dropping albums like crazy. So we were dropping albums at No Limit. When I was at Me and My Entertainment, we were dropping albums. It was just about, hey, get product out to the store, get people excited about what you're doing, and then they would buy it. And then after a while, the concept of putting the next project on the inside. So like, I would always take time, like, okay, we're going to put all these albums on the inside of an album cover so people know what to look for. So when an album would come, somebody would say, hey, what's going on with this record? We like, when do you want it? And we would just drive people to get excited about it. And then we'd have pre-orders, 50, 60, 70,000 copies. And then once you get enough copies in the store back then, you start scanning, you start selling, people start buying your stuff. You get that sound scan, you get on Billboard charts. Then once you get on Billboard charts, then more people start ordering more product. It's like a beautiful cycle.
I was like, now I can't remember now. So you was one of the first ones to have the I was coming soon on the back of
I would go on record and say we probably were the very first to do that pre-marketing.
Yeah, because I never seen that. Nobody never seen that before. And the craziest thing is, like, that's what I used to be like. Even when as a kid, I was a kid. And I'll be like, yo, I can't wait till that album come out. I don't know what the fuck it was. But I was like, I can't wait till this album come out. And I was like, I wasn't like young, but I was like 10 and I knew what the fuck I was doing now because now I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, what's this? Oh, I can't wait till this comes. You're the reason why all of us was like, damn, we can't wait till this come out from No Limit.
That shit helped me so much because that I knew I was going to eat for the next 10 years because they had so many albums coming out. I was having many projects to promote, man. And by the way, those Pen and Pixel guys are from Seattle.
Those guys shit.
Yeah,
I gotta shout out JP on that. Josh Page still got his collector CDs from No Limit, so you be happy as shit. Yeah.
What's up,
man? The one reason why I can remember because I used to look at the whole CD thing and then be down there in the bottom, and I'd be like, and that's how I knew too. I'd be like, damn, but I ended up falling into graphic design kind of that way, and like
me too.
I actually just did a cover for my little homie, and I kind of did like a Pen and Pixels type of tribute. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's beautiful
with the words at the bottom and like the whole frame or whatever. You know what I mean? But for me, like things like that stand out. Like that's a history that I'm thankful that I was able to even see. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't look at it like that, but
it's a part of us that we still take to our deaths. Like I do that, like everything like coming off of those albums and stuff, and me and B and all of us, we take that piece of history from what everything that y'all gave us, and we be like, we put this in today because that's what we all do. We be like, coming soon, we push that shit out because of that type of platform, because of that shit. For real.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that, man, because it's interesting because like I get young people all the time because right now I teach at Holy Names University in Oakland as a professor, and people Google me and they're like, oh, well, how did you do this? And like, oh man, well, my older brother used to have all your stuff. Oh, my older brother wants your autograph because they just remember what we're doing. And you gotta understand, I will tell you this, there is nobody on the planet that works harder than Master P. Nobody. I know. When you talk about being relentless, he's a relentless dude.
That's a hard working ass dude.
To this day. And P and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, but he always gives me respect as organizing No Limit and taking it to the next level. And I give him respect because he was the hardest working guy that I've ever worked with. Like I could literally call that dude at midnight and say, man, we got a show, or man, we're going to go here, or we got a meeting. And he would always say, do you have my passport? And what time are you picking me up? And I was like, yep, I got your passport. I'll be there at 6 a.m. Plane leaves at 7 or 8 or whatever. He was always ready to roll. And if you're not working like that, if these young folks that are watching your show are not working like that, there is no way in the world they're going to have that kind of success, because everybody thinks about all the glamour and the glory. And if you watch the No Limit Chronicles, you just think, oh man, it must have been great. Absolutely was great. But the grind and working as hard as we could and going anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, and people believing in you and become literally like a ghetto politician because you're shaking hands, kissing babies, you telling people you appreciate them, and they get behind you. That's how we built the No Limit Soldier. That's how we had the No Limit family, and everybody was behind us because we did the work, and that was because the relentless drive of Master P, man.
Yeah, you're right there, right?
That's truly iconic right there, because that makes it. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Octavius, can you tell us how you first met B Styles and how you first met DJ Audio?
I met Audio at K-Boo, the radio station. I was doing a show with the Soup and the Spaz, these two legendary DJs in Portland, and Audio was he didn't even have his own show then. I think he was just an intern, or he just started basically. He was there, but he was a great engineer because he used to engineer my show. I didn't want nothing to do with that big ass board. I was letting Audio do all that. I could host and do that. I could do it, but I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, Audio, come help me with my show, when I'm on, because the Soup and the Spats, they were getting older and they would let me sub, they would let me do shows. But then eventually they kind of just turned the show over to me. And so then me and Audio started doing the show. And then when I was out of town working or doing a project for Tobin or somebody in the industry, and I would just let Audio run the show. And then he finally got his own show. And we've been cool ever since. Audio is the only DJ that I've ever had for the West Coast Hip Hop Awards. I've had guest ones come in and do hosts, but as far as DJing, DJ Audio is my DJ, period. Ain't nobody else. Yeah. If it's West Coast Hip Hop Awards 99, he's still going to be the DJ. That's just what it is, and that's all it always was. We always been cool. We've been personally be cool, not even just business, just on a personal level. We're family. We're family. I met B-Style through Audio. I think he came. You came down to the radio station, I think. Or I forgot how I met B-Style.
So I think it was.
How did I meet him?
2018
at a concert?
Was it 20? Oh no, was it two? When was it 2009?
It had no, because it had to be 2008 because you performed at the first one, right?
No, not the first
second
one. No,
the second one.
The second one, yeah.
No,
I was with
the second one was at the Armory.
Yeah, because I was at 09.
So that's what it was. It was the second one.
I was there at 09 at Jackson Armory, I believe it's called.
Yes, yep, exactly.
Yeah, and that was 09, and then 10 and 11 I was there, but
yeah. So that's what it was. But yeah, man, me and B hit it off just because I think because he was from Kansas City, he had a different vibe to him. But I just liked the way he rapped. He just got down. I was like, damn, this motherfucker dope. And
spitter, man.
And,
he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
He's a spitter, man. Hey, Mr. Octavius, I'm gonna tell you what a real heart-to-heart thing right now about this man, Billy. Right. Me and his brother. Nah, hell no. Yo, take your moment, bro. You gotta get your flowers too one day. You got to, bro. So me and Q, like we started wanting to rap because of people like him and the way he always we always was like in school, like in church and stuff. Like we all went to church together, Mr. Butch Reed's nephew. We all went to church together, and we used to always look at Billy because Billy was the one that we admired because we loved Billy because Billy had the cool thing, and he sing, he eat the rap, and he know how to do everything. He used to know how to do everything. But the crazy thing is he inspired us to do what we love doing too. He was one of the key moments for us because back in the days when me and his brother used to sit down because we was like, man, we should show this to Billy. Billy, we show it to him. We were like, hey man, what'd you think? He's like, yeah. If you know Billy got this little cool, calm,
right.
But he means
doing
business.
It on the screen
type.
Right now. He's doing it,
man.
On the screen
You know
right
what?
Now.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing good. All you gotta do is make your punchlines a little bit harder. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, cool. That's the thing about him though, because we really meant that. Once he said that, we was already back to work constantly making what we was doing.
Right.
Hold on.
For real.
Audio's got the background.
No, you know it.
He knows it, bro.
I said that's his brother's favorite CD too.
Hey,
that was his brother's favorite CD. We used to play the shit out of that.
We're on speaker view, so Audio's got to speak to it, switch to see the background.
Oh yeah, we got to.
So you want me to speak on that?
Yeah, speak on that.
Okay, so I switched the background to the first mixtape I ever done, and it was with B-Style, and it's called Out of Nowhere mixtape that we did together. I sent him tracks, and he pretty much immediately sent me back the track. I sent him instrumentals of what I thought that he would spit crazy on, and he sent it back hella fast, like it was done. I was like, I was amazed, and it was out of nowhere. So we called it that, and he did the cover to it, and it's a classic mixtape.
That was the classic mixtape. That was one of his brother's favorite mixtapes, bro. Like we played that. Niggas used to get mad. No, niggas used to get mad because Quentin would play the shit out of that motherfucker. Them niggas was like, man, what would you play that now? He driving. He like, nigga, shut up. I'm fucking driving. We gonna listen to my brother all the way up, and me and him spitting it the whole time while the other people bad because we love that. We love that album. That was our favorite, and still one of our favorite albums.
But I got a song. I got a song with B-Style. I got a song with B-Style. They never came out. I don't know if you remember recording it.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Oh, we need that. We need that.
The Spanish song.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's so tight, bro. I'm gonna release that shit this year, but it is.
Oh, please do.
No, so look though. So the only award that I really ever won, like I still spit, like, and I still got music that I need to. That's my problem. Like I got so much stuff that I don't really share it with everybody, and then I become like so like reclusive with it. I'm like, man, they ain't really ready for it. But I know I'm sitting on some shit, but. The only award that I've ever got was this one right here. This one right here.
Looks Ryan hard of it. I hope that got on tape. You need to keep that on tape because Ryan heard of it. Red. He's like, oh yeah.
Look, this is when I knew. Hey, look,
original.
Hey, that's when I knew. I was like, you know, I can actually do this.
Yeah,
and I mean
that shit. You earned that, bro. So you know that's what people don't understand about the West Coast Hip Hop Awards, man. I'm not just going after the commercially successful people. You know, look at audio.
That audio one's
got
awesome.
The Fat Boy. You got the Fat Boy.
I got the one with the spinner. The one with the
that
spinner.
one's awesome.
One day I get one. One day I ever get one if I ever do anything like for a podcast or anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Even I got one, Prince. You can get one day.
I know. One day I will. One day.
The next one, I gotta give Tobin his and Cassie D his. I gotta give everybody their trophies, bro. Ryan, I gotta give you one for the blog. Everything, but it's all good. But you know, you guys earned
a collection already of your awesome awards.
You know, I gotta honor Tobin, man. Tobin, man. Like I said, I've been knowing Tobin almost 30 years, bro.
Yeah, he accidentally dropped out of here, I think. Or
it's all good. It's all good. We got the information out of him. We good.
Hey, we did.
I promise you. When they go play this back, they finna learn
go
so much game. Like,
yeah,
you really listen to
him. They gonna go
like,
nuts.
He gave out the whole game. Like
he gave out
every. And Court Dog's gonna be like, hey, Court Dog's gonna be like, what? You talk to Corbin? He's gonna be like,
Court Dog gonna trip too. Court gonna be like,
yeah, he's gonna trip. He's like, oh man, I gotta watch this. He's gonna be like, oh, I gotta be on this show now. He's gonna be like,
I promoted Court Dog, man. That was some good albums, man. He put out, man.
He did. He had some shit, man. Shout out to him because it was crazy too because I think he came down to Richmond, and that's one of my questions I got for him because where we're from Richmond. So
yeah, I remember he came that night. I remember I was there.
Did he come? Did he come down that night? Because it's a crazy story behind that too. I can't wait to talk about that story because my cousin Gayatri did too much. But
we sold a lot of Court Dog in Kansas City, man. I remember Seventh Heaven, bro. We used to sell a gang.
Seventh Heaven,
Oh yeah.
I used to sell them so much music. I sold them all the masterpieces.
Crazy. Right.
But look, they didn't want to buy it. Listen, they didn't want to buy it at first, right? They did not want to buy it, bro. Because they didn't know. But the covers were so tight. They were like, well, it looks like it's good. I was like, listen, bro. I said, the white guy that used to own it. He always stayed downstairs. He never came upstairs because the money was downstairs. Right. But anyway, he was like, well, I really don't know. I said, listen, I'm a promoter. I said, by the time I'm done with this promotion, the next couple of days, I said, man, they're gonna be coming there asking for this CD. I said, I'm gonna let you get them right now for $4 each. I said, but after tomorrow, they're gonna go up to $6. He's like, yeah, I'll wait. So anyway, I blasted Kansas City, bro. I had everywhere. I had that shit everywhere, right?
Flooding.
Hey, man, and I'm gonna tell you how long ago this was. He was blowing my pager up, so that tell you how long ago it was.
Damn.
Hey man.
That's hard.
Hey man, you
That's
bring those CDs over here, man. What's going on, man? Everybody coming in asking for the house like I told you, bro.
Hey, we gotta definitely talk about your movie. Can you tell us about the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I got a couple of them. Well, I mean, the main one for me, but it's a love project, and that's my brother. So the Seagram Miller movie, I'm doing that. The Seagram Miller story. And that's it's like 90% done, and it's just editing now, putting it all together and stuff. So it takes time to do them. People be, oh man, drop the movie. I'm like, bro, it take a while to do that. It costs a lot of money, and it take a while to do that kind of stuff, right? But it's beautiful, man, and it really details his life, about his personal stuff and the rap a lot stuff. But and that's about it, man. It's a good story, man. It's a real life, true story, human thing, and. I actually got 2 hours of video from Bushwick Bill before he passed, and we had talked, and I interviewed him. And he was telling stories about my brother that I didn't even know. So I'm gonna add that to the end of the movie and stuff. But it's real dope. It's real dope, and and it's a lot of different stories. It's so much intrigue in it, and it's so much drama in it. But it's all real and it's all true, man. So. I just miss my brother, man. I wish he was still here, man. And I just know that it just would have been a dope career for him. And the movie's gonna be dope. That's all I can tell you. It's gonna be dope.
What else are you working on?
Well, I'm actually working on a Netflix series that I'm trying to put together, which is all the shows and concerts that I've done over my years. And so I got footage way back from like 1983 till now. You know what I mean? I got footage when E40 was skinny. I got footage when short was fucked up. I got old footage. You know what I mean? Of everybody, and I got footage of the Ice Cube stuff, the Brother Lynch tours that I did, all this stuff over the years. So I got all this footage, and I just figured, you know what? I need to put together a good little series, a good little, thing, because nobody's really not the underground stuff. And I actually got something that's really dope. I got the last footage of Mac Dre alive on the West Coast. And
oh my God,
I got the book, the ledger that he wrote the rap on, and I got it filmed. He got it filmed up in there. And it was crazy because then as soon as he left my studio and my store, the next day he flew to Kansas City and got killed.
Kansas City and got killed, man.
Yep, that night.
That was one person that I wish that, because I felt like, not trying to say like I'm him, but like we all branched from that shit, because like, especially for Kansas City, like we all was on that wave, and just imagine like now you got Drake, you know what I'm saying, like Tiger and stuff like that. People still paying them homage, and this is like, it sucked that it came out of here, man. But it's just like,
man.
Shit.
I mean, people really. I was hurt because I love Kansas City, and I had a lot of friends there. I remember when Looney Coleon moved there. He was like, "Nigga, I'm in Kansas City. Nigga, they paying me $5 racks a verse, nigga."
Right. Shout out to Looney, man, because he's the most coolest dude. Because I met him with my cousin Bullet. Like Looney, cool as a motherfucker. Like that's how I feel like.
After Mac Dre died, though, he got up out of there.
Yeah, he did. I wouldn't blame him, because I felt like it wasn't none of us that did that. It felt like it was some other sucker. It was some sucker ass nigga that don't even fuck with Kansas City. Just didn't care about it,
bro. He was our Nipsey Hussle.
It hurt us too. It hurt us. It hella hurt us.
We was like, man, Kansas City love us, because the Bay and Kansas City is like, we like twin brothers,
Right, this cousins. We are cousins for real. Like it's crazy because we were cousins for real. Like even if you really look at it, even way back, even with the football days, because we have. From Richmond too. Mr. Elliott used to play for the Super Bowl over there. Mr. What's his name? Richard Wright. Mr. Limble. Linville Elliott.
Yeah.
Yeah, 49ers. Yeah. So we've been had that Bay to, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
the whole
right.
LA thing for years. It's just like we finally grasped it, and then it kind of like felt like it was about to
hurt
taper
us,
off.
bro. It hurt, bro.
It really hurt.
I don't even think Tech Nine even toured to the Bay at that time. I think
he said he didn't. Yeah, he said he did not. Out of his mouth, he was scared. He's like, yeah, I don't think he. He was like, I don't think he need to come out there. Yeah,
right. I think Yuck probably can get him out. He was probably the only one that can get him to come.
Mm-hmm.
But it was tense though, man, and people were hurt, bro. We were really hurt, sad.
Everybody was fucked up, including us. Dre was
such a cool dude, bro. Yeah. Matter of fact, he before he left the thing, he was telling me that I had another nephew. He's like, man, you got another nephew down in Vallejo. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, man, for real, bro, he's my neighbor. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, no, man, it's serious, bro. See, he got another son, and come find out he did, bro. It was crazy. I'm like, wow. But that was the last gift that Dre gave me. You know what I'm saying? That I got another nephew, and then plus he blessed me with a song. With Copper Loc, we got a song from him, and it was. But other than that, man, it was just like, damn, I've been knowing this cat. I knew him before he went to prison. When he got into the music business, 'cause I was helping him with promo and all that. And I knew him when he got out of prison, man. And it was like, bro, he ain't miss a beat when he got out. He just got right back on top, bang, bang, because his work ethic, like Tobin said, it come back to that work ethic. And he was a workaholic, and that's what he did, man. He loved this music. But him and Psycho was cool, and that was cool. I miss Psycho too. Rest in peace, Psycho, man.
Rest in peace, Psycho.
Yeah, man, and so it it's the history go back. So that's the documentary that. But I got so much footage. But what's weird about it? It's all on different formats, right? It's like on VHS, it's on high 8, mini disc over the years because it was changing. So now I got to take it all and DVD it up and time code it up and then go through it and I probably have to do it about a decade, you know what I'm saying? Or every 5-year increment and start it off from the beginning and then ride it all the way up until let's say 2017. I probably don't 18. I probably go that far with
Who would you have narrated?
I'm gonna let them narrate. I'm gonna let the people. I'm letting them. I'm interviewing everybody now. That's gonna be the hold up. It's getting them to do it with the black screen behind them and let them tell their story. And then I got the footage to show it, and then I can, they can back it up from there. So that way, it's all legit. It's all good, and I don't need their permission. It's all the footage is mine. They're my shows. I'm not even tripping on that part of it. But the love of it is that the fact that this is footage that's never been seen. Like everybody don't shot they wide. Everybody don't show it all their stuff with Pac and all. They don't show it at all. We don't see it all. It's 500 documentaries on that. So, right. But all my footage ain't never been seen. So it's all stuff over the years that I've done, you know what I'm saying, that I contribute. That ain't got nothing to do with the Westcoast Hip Hop Awards. That's a whole nother project. So I'm sitting on these projects, but I'm trying to get them all out as soon as I can. So this seems like a good way to get some of that stuff out.
And I hope you realize how awesome you've influenced my life for sure. And I know everybody in this room right now has had nothing but positive things to say, or else they wouldn't be here right now. And, yeah. And like the people that I've met through you, just the name, like Professor X, he wasn't guy in the wheelchair. Remember that guy? Brandon Albert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've worked with him. I even interviewed him, and of course B Styles, and then Sibo, Young Wax. I did a song with once. Cocaine. Right. I've done an interview and a song with, like Mr. Right. Fab. I shook his hand out at your barbecue.
Right.
And, that was crazy. I met Mac Mall and Jay Diggs, but I was shit hammered in fucking in Portland, and I walked in on their interview and I said, "Hello, I'm Ryan." Like
right.
An idiot.
I remember.
Yeah, like an idiot. But all these good things coming. You want one funny story I wanted to make sure I got on here. The second year that we went to the year that it was on the barbecue.
Right.
And
that's a third year.
But second year that I went to, the B Styles picks me up and my buddy. And I remember driving there, and I'm in like this all red Canadian suit. It was like a Canadian outfit, red shoes, red shirt. And I'm riding in the back of the car. A few beers in, I'm like, BMI, like I'm crazy, man. I'm wearing all red. And that was one thing that never fucking happened at your anything that I ever saw. That it was always a great time and friendly things happened. I never needed to worry
you ain't
about
never
that.
had no problems, bro. Because one thing about it, man, people respect me and I respect them. So we had that mutual, agreement that the shows that I do, they're neutral. And then you got to remember this. And I'm explaining. See, a lot of people don't know this, but in the Bay Area, there's no blood of Crips.
Yeah.
So your colors don't matter in Oakland, San Francisco. You know what I mean? Unless you're Mexican, it's Sereno and Nortino, that kind of thing. But other than that, man, like Oakland never had Bloods and Crips. We never wanted it there. It's never really been there. So you can wear any color you want in the Bay Area. So that's one I had to let people know that, because they don't know that. They think it's all like LA, and it's not. So Northern California, I say from Sacramento down to San Diego is bang. They gang bang, Blood and Crips. Now they bang in Oakland, but they not banging colors. You know what I'm saying? They still get down, but all of it is stupid to me. Ain't no reason for you to wear no colors. Ain't no reason unless you got a football team or something that you're going.
More what I meant with that was that how it's just nothing but a great time when you come to your events.
Yeah, and that's because. But even in LA, it was tense. But what I did in LA, I basically had good security. I had good security, but I also had some of the leaders there. So that way, that kind of quelled all the small stuff, because I try to bring as big as people as I can, so it kind of quells that negativity. You know what I mean? And plus, you're surrounded by all this positivity, and you're surrounded by people from all over the West Coast. So it wasn't the LA Awards. Even when I did it in the Bay, it wasn't the Bay Area Awards. I got people from Canada, Seattle, Tacoma, Portland, San Diego, Oakland, Reno, Las Vegas, you know what I mean? Longview, Washington. I mean, it's people from everywhere that come. So it's like, and I love it that way because it's a melting pot. It's like a diverse. I had people from Kansas City, people from St. Louis. It was people that was coming Memphis. I had people from Memphis that you met at the one in Frisco. And let me set the record straight. The one in San Francisco got shut down by the San Francisco police. Yeah, they shut that down. And that's the only one that got shut down, and they got spooked. They was like, "Oh man, Snoop's gonna be there," and they thought it was gonna be a gang bang fest or something. But anybody who's ever been to the award show always come back, because we don't have problems like that. It's all love, and we did that on purpose, man, because we wanted people to come there, and they thought it was gonna be a gang fest, but it wasn't. And we in there celebrating each other. Yeah. We ain't tolerating each other. We celebrating each other. And it was a difference. It was a different feeling. And I had people speaking and different things, man. And we celebrated music, we celebrated life, and we celebrated love, man. And that was the difference between us and any other award show. And that's why they had problems and we didn't, because ours wasn't about money. Ours was about the music and the love of it. So that's the difference. So when you approach it from a different angle, and a love thing, man, it's different. And they didn't understand it until they actually came. So when people come, that's why they always come back. They're like, man, I had a great time. Everybody thinking, oh, what happened? Who got shot? Nobody. You're like, what? They're like, oh man, I'm coming next time. So that's the one thing I can take away from the award show, is that we've been all about love, whether it's sold out or not, whether it was 100 people there, whether it was 1,000 people there, we had fun. And nobody went home. Nobody went on unhappy. Everybody had a good time, man. And we celebrated each other, and we had mutual respect for each other, man. That's why I love to do the award show. And that's why I did it from the gate.
I normally don't leave my 10 block radius, but you had me going to hip hop awards and all across the country. So man, I like to stay in my neighborhood. I got a bar and my work. Like that's all I need.
Man, I love BC. I love Canada, man. I used to go up there all the time, man. I used to lie to them at the border and tell them I was in the military, so they wouldn't mess with me. But we used to go up there, man, all the time, man. The tulip festivals and just kick it up there, man. And I like BC because there was so many different people from all over the world there. A lot of Africans there, people from Brazil and Costa Rica and all these different places. And the women were beautiful, and we just had fun. It got cold as fuck, but other than that, it was still cool. But
we're having like the coldest streak possible. We never get more than like 3 days of snow. I mean, we're on like a day 5 snow here.
Right.
It's not ever like this. We get like 3 days normally, like the whole year. It's the same weather as Seattle. We're a 2-hour drive from my house to Seahawks Stadium is 2 hours.
Right.
So
I love it, man. I love it. Seahawks should have I don't know. Their defense is horrible.
I was just at that snow game. I was just at the snow game, right?
Did you? Yeah, they should have won a lot more games this year, but hey,
it's Russ's finger. I hope they don't blow up my team.
Oh, they're gonna trade him, bro. He's gone.
Don't say that.
He's gone, bro. Russ gone, bro. They already talk about him going to the Broncos, bro.
Oh, maybe Vegas to get rid of. Get rid. No,
He too clean cut to play for the Raiders, bro. He too clean cut to play for the Raiders, man. You gotta have some dirt on your boots to play with the Raiders, man.
No, for sure. But now we start picking away at your team. We start getting like, hey, let's stay away.
I mean, I think Derek is going to be gone next year from the Raiders. I think he's gone too.
Because that's where Russell Wilson's going.
No, he ain't coming here, bro. He couldn't play in that system. He's too nice of a guy.
No, when Sierra gets to like gig in Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. She could do a resident there now.
Yeah, resident.
But he's just too nice of a guy to play for the Raiders, bro. He don't even look right in the Raiders uniform.
No.
Hey yo, I gotta jump out.
Yeah, we can wrap this up too anytime.
Before I go, I just want to tell you, I really appreciate you, man, as an uncle, as a big brother, as a mentor. You've always led me in the right directions to meeting people who could show me something that I didn't know. Through you, I met my brother Audio. That's my bro, like straight up. I'll smack a cop over him.
Hell yeah. All day.
But on the real, man, like anything that you need to keep this West Coast hip hop thing going, man, just let me know. Like
I need some money. I need some money.
I'm finna. Matter of fact, we can talk about something else on a whole different thing because I got something going, and it's all legit, all legal. Ain't no.
Man, it's all not good. Man.
I'm using my brain now.
It's all good, another thing before you go, B. Another thing we've been long awaiting for.
What's that?
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Man, that's man.
You see what room I'm in, though, right? This is my whole room.
I've been waiting,
and
I've been waiting. We've been waiting.
Still got the tracks, but I still got a couple of tracks from when we started Volume 2.
I got. I don't even know what you got because I got some stuff too.
I got tracks.
Hold on, you see my face right now?
I got a track that we were supposed to do with Looney Leon that we never got the verse for.
Yeah, yo.
What was that verse I got? I helped you get with Keek, right?
Yeah. Ooh, that's off Bag Talk.
That's off of Bag Talk.
Fishtail.
Okay.
Fishtail.
I didn't even know you ever even finished that song. I remember plugging it up with you. Oh man, I gotta find that now.
And what we need to do is lock down this fucking Crazy Bone verse tomorrow. When we're interviewing Crazy Bone tomorrow morning, me and B-Styles and Prince.
Shit.
So what we need to do is try to use our chance that we have to get a feature for that new album with DJ Audio.
That'd be tight.
Out of nowhere, Volume 2, man.
Yeah, as long as he don't cash the check till June, we'll be all right.
Who is he beefing with? The Migos? Oh my god!
And then yesterday, yesterday on WWF, they announced Migos came out and they announced them as the greatest rap group of all time.
Oh yeah, they had
WWE. Well, you see why Samoa Joe is off of WWE too.
Okay,
so
we're gonna wrap this up, Prince.
Nobody's caring about that. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let me do this, man. I thank each and every one of you guys, man. Off top, man. Y'all know I love you guys. But I gotta get a shout out to my peoples, man. Spice One, my brother Sig, of course, Sugar T, Richie Rich, Too Short, Cam, Jay Stylin, Filthy Rich. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Brother Lynch, Marvelous, Looney, Paris, Huey Newton, Minister Farrakhan, Antonio Blue, Theo, DJ Fresh, DJ Audio, B-Style, Hawk Shabazz, Pooh Man, and everybody that passed away, man. Big Mello, C, Easy E, Tupac, Jacka, Mac Dre, Bushwick Bill, Hawk, Nipsey Hussle, Slim 400, Dolph, Mo 3, and Kobe, Max Julian, who just passed away, the real Mac, and Betty White, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody have a happy 2022. Much love to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. West Coast Hip Hop Awards.